when I was going through the decks to see what was going to be used and what wasn't, I picked up the True Heart. And I was like, oh, I don't think this one is, and then this card popped out and it's face down, so I haven't looked at it. It was in like the first third of my choosing, which took probably like 17, 16 minutes, you feel me? So I'm curious, I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what we're in store for. I did pull the chakra cards. And my head is going, should I pull that or is that cheating? Am I putting this off? Yeah, hold on. This guy wants to be out here. The box wants to be out here. Okay. My gosh. I really feel like I need to be aligned, as aligned as possible before I flip this card. And I can't get all the way. Okay, let's just do it. The Four of Cups. The yellow is a theme again. If you've watched any of the previous ones, yellow has been a theme. It's prominent in all of the readings. And it stands out, you know? And it's continuing. I have this, like, this doubt and this uneasiness. But it's coming from not being aligned. That's where it's coming from. Like a kink in the hose. Not the water flowing through it. The water flowing through it isn't a problem. It doesn't need to be fixed. The kink in the hose does. It feels like a, look how I can't stop moving. Like that's what it feels like. There's like the physical component of this is really strong, of your physical body. Being present in it. Yeah. Present and alert in the 3D, but still being a full vessel for the 5D. As I was going through everything, I changed everything. The crystals changed, a lot of the decks changed, the energy shifted, and I was noticing it, and I was like, oh, okay. Because the medicine woman cards, I was like, wow, they're done. And then I was like, okay, we're on the next level. It's this shift. It's a shift has happened. It's shifting. So then I was just curious, like just observing, keeping that in mind while I'm choosing and seeing like what decks. Here, I'll show you them. And then there's a bunch, I'm not going to show you the oracle ones. You feel me? There's like a vibe going on. Okay. There's more than one energy. There's yours, and then there's external to you. But however many energies that is external, it's coming through as one. They're either all combined into one and represent one thing, or it's just one. It could even, I keep hearing, it could even be taking the form of memories. You're replaying something over and over. It feels like a tape. It feels like a VHS tape, but it feels like an already existed scene or set of scenes that just is on a loop. What I can't figure out in this card is he covering that rose or uncovering that rose? If he's uncovering it, would have been obviously covered. Do you know what I mean? For the other three to be upright like that. So it's like, why hide it? Well, what I keep hearing is protecting, protection, protection, protecting, protecting. There's this sense of acute alignment. Look at the posture of the person, and the black in this deck, when it's a black figure like that, represents the shadow side. That's my experience. It's how I read these cards. It's the pattern I've noticed. How she used it. The illustration, you know what I mean? It's like you've stepped into, and you're still stepping into the next part of your power. And what's happening at the same time is something is tempting you to stay where you've been. You're fighting it off. You're equally fighting it off and not. Do you know what I mean? The Four of Cups is the FOMO card. It's when you have an offer and the universe is offering you something wonderful, but and it's in front of your face, but your eyes are averted and you're stuck on the three that are like empty. You know what I mean? Instead of the one that's in front of your face. And it's like, that card means choosing to do that because you have a fear. You're settling, you're holding on and it's settling, but you're not consciously settling. You're pausing, you're halting yourself because of a serious doubt about something. I don't know what it is for each of you, but it's something to do with your heart and your love, your emotions. This card doesn't really feel like that, you know? It could just be that the stage that you're at right now, the grief that you're feeling, that you've been dealing with for a long time, but is still there. Remember, you're not getting closure for whatever this grief is, right? So you are growing, but this still exists. You're just growing. It's not going to close. It's just, instead of it engulfing you and, you know, these are all the stages, you're like up here, but you can still feel it. You're still in the distance where the pull could go either way. You know what I mean? Where it takes more acute, attention, focused attention to keep this going right now. But remember, it's an ebb and a flow. So you're hitting a peak moment. You know what I mean? Where you're getting ready for a crest. I don't know the terms at all, but you're getting ready to come down. You in it, getting over it, and then the descent. This is going to help with the descent into your next timeline of your newer, higher, evolved self. Phew. That kept yelling the whole time. I keep hearing, look at the top and the bottom. Nine of Swords. I mean, look, just looking at it, it says everything. The 9, though, because the 10 is after. That's how close, you know? You're starting to see that you're about, oh my God, you're going to clear it. Whatever, you know, you're going to clear it. And here comes the descent, the decline. Just wanted me to stick it in there. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Discs. And the 3 of Pentacles underneath that. That's your new, that's where you're landing. That's the whole story we just said. This is our descent into our next evolution. And it's starting in stability. And with a foundation of stability in the way of equal discipline, commitment, self-care. That is more where the focus is. You have the other elements, you have mastered them enough that they're not in your immediate. But your heart is the 4 of Cups, so we're still talking about a matter of the heart. But where your focus needs to be right now is in the 3D, is in that keeping this alignment that you've had. So like maybe you've just changed routines, or you're quitting something and you just passed a milestone. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you guys are doing, or you just made the decision to start any of those things, and you've not just made the decision, but you've taken at least the first step. Everybody be at different levels. But where y'all are coming up is you are standing at the start point of your legacy. And when you look out, your view is the end point. You can see it all. You see it all. You feel me? And you're right here. You're starting. And it's followed by the 3. Oh my God, the 3 and the 9. Jeez. That's so beautiful. Again, another 9, right? And this 9 is a different kind of 9. That other 9 is intense pain and anguish, mental, and sadness tied in. It's sorrow and the pain of the sorrow. And the 10 is when you just hit your bottom and it's done. The worst is over. There's no more pain going to be inflicted, but now you're dealing with the aftermath. The Nine of Pentacles is the mini Empress. Also Virgo, if that's relevant for anyone. That is you in your, you've become a master of you, of what you need, of giving it to yourself. That doesn't mean you've reached the pinnacle of it. It means you've reached the level of mastery that when the new levels come in, you're able to just integrate. So you're still always on the journey, you feel me? But at the 9, you are standing in it and you are chill. You are embodied in your energy, in your skin, what it feels like in combination with your skin. You're aware of your nervous system, and you're aware of the sensation of the earth or the shoe or the sock or the fabric touching your feet and your feet on the ground or the floor. You know, it's all of that. It's all of that, and it's being present and chill, serene, but like chill. You know what I mean? Open, completely independent, and completely in alignment with that, and completely open to whatever comes across that leads, that contributes to where you're, that is equal to where you're going, and that contribute and simultaneously uplift one another. You feel me? But not searching for anything. And the Three of Pentacles is with its collaboration and co-creation with something in the 3D world, with people, an organization. It's definitely partnership. And it is also, for me, when they come up like this, it is whoever your romantic partner is, it's going to be someone you're going to be both also creating something in the 3D together in some kind of partnership. You know what I mean? Music, it could be literally anything. And it doesn't have to be the only thing, but that's part of it. You guys are building a legacy together. This is together. So this moment right now is whatever that temptation was. So this reading is coming to you as a don't. This part sucks, but it's about to be over. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give up. Don't give in. You hear the confirmation from the birdie? The Princess of Cups is underneath that, and I keep hearing I'm supposed to say something about that. And the Four of Wands is underneath that, but I'm not going there. Love is tied into this. Successful, celebrated, open, wide open, and grounded, and firmly grounded at the same time. Strongly rooted. Deep roots. It's in your future. It's in your future. Every time you take a step past whatever that feeling is and whatever that temptation is, every time you move forward, even if it's a teeny tiny step, you let a part of it go. It literally lets you get bigger. You feel me? It's staying how it is, but you are going to be like this, and it's just going to be teeny tiny. You're going to take up the whole space of this room, and it's just going to be this. You feel me? When something's been a part of you for a long time, it's hard to be aware that there's anything different. But this reading is a reminder that, yes, keep pushing. Keep pushing. people's dreams come true and your people. Okay. Solar plexus, citrine, abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it that way. Love, heart chakra, rhodonite. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. So part of this, right, is the Four of Cups, is the hesitation to move. There was the pause. That could just be letting go at a deeper level than you had been. Letting go of something, either completely or just one step deeper. I'm hearing cutting it off. There might be one source, but many threads. Something to think about, right? Those threads could all be separate. They could be tangled up. Think of like a chain when it gets knotted. Like a necklace, you know? I don't know. Let's pull, well, I keep looking at the Oracle, Rose Oracle, but I feel like we need Tarot. Oh, look, hold on. What I'm feeling is this is where to go. Moving. Okay. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over. Acceptance. Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, growing up. I'm not sure how to say all this, and okay. After the rain is here, showing up to reassure you that a moment of rest is about to be here. It's that getting over the wave, right? It's that descent and that landing and that like smooth part. It talks about you have to release to get there, right? Hold on, it's weird. Weird things are happening inside. It's that Ace of Pentacles that we talked about, where you're standing at the beginning, literally at the start point, and you can see the whole, you see it, the whole to the end. It's now you have that, where before that wasn't your view. You weren't looking from a perspective of being able to see it all. You were in it lower and your vision was obscured. You feel me? There's still a tie, though, which is what that temptation is showing up, which is that Four of Cups, that it's something that tugs at the heartstrings. And where this is going is like all the way to a core wound of that has to do with your the mother figure in your life, the feminine figure, the one who you look to show you what softness is, what softness and strength look like, whoever that represents. And it's about those aspects of you as well. And it's about healing it, letting that go, and the release of the after the rain, release. Because it's freeing. This is where, because you've jumped a timeline, you've altered the frequency. And so that is going to go all the way. Once it's through you and it's steady, that's your reserve, your energetic reserve, and you've preserved it. Now the abundance of it is shooting out, and it's going shooting out in the direction of all of those who came before and all of those yet to come. So it's freeing up. Do you feel me? So you're still going to go through it a little bit, because it's those echoes. It's the echoes of what you've left. You've left behind something. You're not leaving it behind. You've left it behind. It feels like you haven't. It feels like you might not have realized that, because whatever it is so heavy. It was so important to you. You valued it a lot. So the pain is equal to that. You know what I mean? It's like ghost pain and like radiating pain. What really it was, in one area, but it radiated to everything else. And that was where your focus has been. And then you're realizing, wait, it really came from right here. You feel me? Okay. So that's that's something, and however that shows up for all of you, that's an area to focus on, to look for the healing right now. Are we going to go Lantern Oracle? I think we totally are. Hold on. Because things were they're so heavy, they had so much strength to them, they were so strong, it feels real, because that is how you felt at one point, and it was shared with someone. You felt that emotions, and that's the energy you omitted, and that's an energy you received for however long it lasted. So it's hard. Where was I going? Because that's so strong, even when you've put it down, it's hard sometimes. You have to open your awareness. You have to make it more keen on what you're carrying and what you've already let go. The strength of it can mask it. Do you know? I hope that's being clear. I don't feel like that was clear, but that's the best I can do. Just a little more love is all it takes. A little bit of love without away. Is it a New Edition song? Or El DeBarge? I'm thinking of DeBarge or New Edition in my head. A little bit of love is all it takes. A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Renewal, regeneration begins with decay. And accountability, responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. others that walk in that path, right? The homies. Number 27, which is 9, which is self-actualization, self-mastery, which means equal parts divine and human. You've got it balanced. Even if it's just the beginning of it, and you're still learning how to sustain it, you still have it. Okay, this is a lot. Hold on. I'm going to read this part. Like the snake, we go through the pain of shedding the skin of our past and growing beyond our former life. It can hurt beyond belief to grieve over all that we need to let go of, especially if we are still heavily attached to or over-identified with, that's what I was saying, with what was and who we understood ourselves to be. The feeling of loss can be so overwhelming that it feels like death. This is because it is, metaphorically. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to read this part. Nonetheless, the shock of what is not the same and painfully missed can continue to shatter and devastate us until we fully comprehend and destabilize from what is ended and is no more. To proceed with the unanticipated is all that remains in our power to do. This often requires a level of maturity and acceptance that we need to develop. That's that being on the wave, right? Getting up there, getting over it. Patience is a virtue that it behooves us to have with ourselves throughout these dark periods. Like winter turns to spring overnight, we too awake one morning with the energy to continue and with the incredible lightness of renewal. That was the after the rain, right? This is the keep it going. This is part of your learning curve. This is a part of the learning curve. You're in the reverberation. That's what my head was trying to make my mouth say. Reverberation. Bitches. I don't know. Sorry. Hold on. It is time to surrender something of who you believe you are to experience how much more of you there is to be explored and enjoyed. It's exciting, right? You don't need to learn these lessons again because you've learned them. You're not going to repeat these lessons. There might be little parts of doubt that you're like, that's what you're afraid of. You're not the same person. You're literally not. Your cells are different. You've elevated. Allow yourself to be in it. Allow yourself to stay in it. It's like the invitation came to something you really looked forward to, metaphorically, and you accepted it and you got there and you've been there for like an hour or like 3 days and it's like a 7-day thing. You know what I mean? Allow it to stay. The challenging process of regeneration is all about expanding into your new beginning. Embrace the next chapter of your life and let it be the best one so far. Renewal reconciles every ending to its new beginning. Every ending to your new beginning. So that's what this reading is. It's just a reminder. It's a, hey, be gentle with yourself. Hey, you're strong. You're stronger than you. You're strong. You're strong. That panic feeling is just an echo. It feels like it's stronger because you're remembering when it was stronger. It's not actually stronger in your reality. You are stronger in your reality. You're rooted. Dig into your roots. When you start to feel panic up here, that's a sign and an alert for you to shift your energy, your notice of it from up here to start down to your feet. Go to your feet. Where are my feet? Where are they connecting? Where's my center? And bring it up. You feel me? Okay. All right, I hope that this was helpful. See you when I see you guys next. Thanks for sharing your energy. Bye.